In the next series of videos, we're going to be talking about something that I consider to be one of the most important topics, one of the most important subjects when it comes to your own personal happiness. Because over these next videos, we're going to be talking about something that if you take it seriously and you do something about it, it can relieve emotional pain. It can free you from emotional burdens and break down barriers and walls to your own personal happiness. You can truly feel lighter. You can feel the burden lifted off of your shoulders. And to introduce this topic, I want to first tell you about reptiles, in particular lizards. Now, if you know anything about lizards, you will know something very interesting about them, and that is in order for a lizard to grow, it must shed its skin. Now, there are situations when a lizard can't shed its skin, either due to humidity or diet or some other factors. And if it can't shed its skin, it could die or lose a limb. Well, the same thing is true for us. We all live in this old skin that we have, an old skin that represents emotional baggage, burdens, pain, and so forth. In order for us to grow, in order for us to be really happy, we need to shed that old skin and live a life with new skin that doesn't have the same old emotional baggage. What I'm talking about is authentic forgiving. And this topic is so powerful and so liberating, again, that if you take it somewhat serious and that you practice what I'm about to show you in the next few videos, you could create a new life for yourself, a life that is happier, more fulfilling, and allow you to love more deeply in all of your relationships. Not that long ago, I was giving a seminar, and Kimberly lingered after the seminar and wanted to ask a few questions about my previous book, The Happiness Factor: How to Be Happy No Matter What. She had read the chapter on forgiveness and wanted to tell me the story about her friend. That for 8 years she had been estranged from a childhood friend. They had been friends since preschool. Something had happened, they had had an argument, and for 8 years they haven't really talked to each other. They would sometimes see each other at church, they would sometimes see each other at family functions, but they avoided each other. Something terrible happened, so much so that for 8 years they have been enemies, they have been strangers, they have been not talking to each other. After reading this chapter on forgiveness, she was able to tell me that they're finally back together and renewing their friendship. And my question to her was, why did it take so long? She really didn't have a good answer for me. But I want to ask you this. Are there people in your life like that you don't talk to, you don't want to see, you avoid whenever they're around you, you avoid talking to them, you avoid looking at them because they have done something to offend you? Are you feeling the emotional baggage, the pain, the hurt, the offense of those things that have happened in your life? You can and should get rid of those. And a way to do that is by following the 6 steps of authentic forgiving that I'm going to introduce in these videos. First of all, let me talk about forgiving in this way. Some people have said that withholding forgiveness from someone who has offended you is like drinking a poison intended to harm the other person, and all it does is harm you. Another saying goes like this: not forgiving someone is like picking up a hot coal with the intention of throwing it at someone else, and as you can imagine, it doesn't do anything to them. It hurts you worse. It's exactly what happens to us when we withhold forgiveness. We withhold forgiveness and it hurts us more than it hurts the other person. Now, you may be thinking while I'm talking that there are things that have happened to you that are so bad that you could never forgive the other person for doing those things to you. I want you to reconsider. I want you to consider that there is nothing so bad that has happened to you that you can't forgive. Now, it may take some time, and it may take learning the steps of authentic forgiving to allow you to feel that emotional freedom. But I can guarantee you that it can happen. And if you just open your heart and open your mind to the principles that I'm going to share with you in these next several videos, it can change your life. It can change your life so much that you're going to feel like you have a whole new skin, that you've shed that old skin of emotional burdens, and you're on the pathway to really living a life full of happiness, fulfillment, and being free from these emotional burdens. Over this next week, I'd like you to consider how withholding forgiveness from the people that have offended you is affecting your life. And I'd like you to think about the people that have offended you, the things that hurt your feelings, and I'd like you to think about those times that you just wanted to get even, you wanted to get revenge. I want you to think about those because those are the things that we're going to draw upon to help you understand that authentic forgiving is a powerful tool to bring you satisfaction, fulfillment, and personal happiness.